105 North Avenue, 52.
Prepare to be fucked by the vortex of the law.
This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Make him away, Toy.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we talk about what's outraging the internet, and then we let you be the judge, we let you be the jury, we let you be the executioner, too. In the court of public opinion, I'm Officer Kevin. With me is Officer Grant.
Ooh, what's up?
Nice, man. I love this. Energy, baby. Let's go. Thanks to our guest from last week, Larry Bleidner of That Larry Show. Can we get a...
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks. And we got a returning guest this week. A certain somebody is getting his gumshoe status today. That's right. Asterios Kokkinos!
Hey, what's up? Hi, Thought Cops and other Thought Cops listeners in the Thought Cops precinct. Hey, I'm back. Welcome to me.
Woo! What's up, Asterios? How's it going?
It's going all right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. The holidays have passed.
Thank God.
This is the last episode we're recording of 2018.
Yeah.
Wow. What a ride, huh? And by the time you listen to this, it'll probably be 2019. And you can look back on this year and hopefully never think about it again, because what a ride.
So, Asterios, I think the last episode you were on was episode 69.
Nice.
That's what, 20, 30 weeks ago at this point. I don't know. I can't keep track of time anymore.
Or numbers.
But since then, how many shows have you done? How many new podcasts have you started?
Well, guys, I run a thing called the Asterios Kokkinos Podcasting Factory. You know, it's kind of like, you know those things where it's like, oh, Birchbox in the mail, oh, Loot Crate, Geek Dork Crate,
yeah.
Dork Dump, and a thing where it's like you get a box and you don't know what's in the box.
Bunch of
That's
crap.
what the Asterios Kokkinos Podcast Factory is all about. Each week you get a new show. You don't know what it'll be. It might be Asterios Kills a Kid, which is a show where I give real advice to real kids that really might get them killed.
Jesus.
It might be Science Friction, the sci-fi comedy game show where comedians earn points for their opinions and how close those opinions are.
Hey, me and
to
Grant
my
were on that one time.
opinions. You guys were on it. You guys were both great. I think you're our first ever co-winners because you're both so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You adorable little sugar boogers. Or it might be
Thanks, Mom.
the show that me and my girlfriend do called Porg Chatter, which is an hour-long podcast all about the birds from Star Wars.
I love those guys. Honestly, I love the Porgs. I rewatched Last Jedi recently, and the Porgs are great.
Yes! I love these porks. They're in the movie for about 2 minutes worth of footage total, but we've already done 13-hour-long episodes. And so, man, it's just fun to make podcasts. It's fun to just talk and hang out with people, make jokes, and it's nice because you get a lot of these people, a lot of the people who listen, they have like 2-hour commutes each way, these poor guys.
Oh.
Or they're long haul truckers. Or God knows they're working at some factory for 20 hours a day. They just need something to take their minds off it. Boom. That's what podcasting's here for, baby. To distract you from your own thoughts.
Yep.
We're sort of like guardian angels in a way for the
Yes.
Well,
folks with too much time on their hands.
The Guardian Angels was like a voluntary, like a voluntary organization that people sort of join, but we're sort of like more the authority of the thought precinct.
Absolutely.
If you think about it. But you got a couple more on there, right? You started doing Boomer versus Zoomer, I think, since we last talked with Monkey Jones.
Yes.
So explain the premise of that to everyone for us.
Sure. Well, I'm 37, and my friend Monkey Jones is 23. So there's all this stuff he don't know about. Like, you guys might... Okay, so if you wanted to get together with a friend... You had to like pick an exact time and a location. And if they weren't there, that was it. You just did something else that day. We didn't have cell phones. You couldn't be like, oh, where are you? Where are you? It's just like, there was no way to get in touch.
They might as well be dead if they don't show up.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to think of other things. Like we used to have to go find pornography in the woods.
I hear that so often from people because like, I think Grant and I are like on the beginning of the cusp of the cell phone age.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both 29.
28.
I'm 27.
God, even worse.
Semantics, I'm
worse
sorry.
Every moment.
Asterios, I just really don't want to be 30.
No, and nor should you. You should join the 27 club.
I was so close, dude.
Missed the cutoff.
Yeah.
I got like 7 more months. I could make it still.
That's our next Patreon tier.
I think you guys will be... Look, you both seem to be not overeating. Just keep doing that. Everything will work out fine. You don't even have to exercise. Just take care of yourselves, guys. The machine breaks down.
Fair point. Asterios, how is Mumkey doing, by the way? You've talked to him a number of times since his channel has been taken off of the internet. How's he holding up?
Oh, I'll tell you the truth. He's very upset.
Yeah.
This is how I look at it. So this kid has always known what YouTube is. He like his whole conscious life, he has known what YouTube is. I remember when YouTube was introduced because I was like 22 or 23.
Yeah, I remember too.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, because I was working at Mad TV at the time. I was a clips researcher. It was my job to, I'm not kidding, this used to be a job. It was my job to watch TV all day. And then when I found the commercial they wanted to parody, quickly hit record on a VCR and then run that VHS tape up to the writers.
No, that's what I did at The Onion. I mean, not like with a VCR, but it was basically the same thing.
With a TiVo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I recorded it to a TiVo, then I dumped it to a VCR, ran the tape upstairs. And so all of a sudden when YouTube was introduced, I was like, oh, this is much easier. I can just email people a hyperlink. But this Monkey Jones kid, he's young. His whole life, he watches shows like iCarly, where they're like, you can be a YouTube star. And he watches YouTube all day. YouTube this, YouTube that, YouTube. Movies about people going viral and becoming YouTube stars. So he does it. Over the course of 10 years, he started when he was 13. From 13 to 23, he becomes a YouTube star. And then in one night's work from a troll who has it out for him, he gets kicked off of YouTube. The platform won't let him back on because they don't realize that he's making fun of a murderer, not celebrating him.
Oh, that kills me on the inside.
Hey, let that be a lesson to any of our younger listeners out there who want to create content and get stuff out there, that your work can be snatched up and destroyed and your life destroyed in the course of 5 hours.
Yeah, or less.
Yeah, one night's worth of work from a troll. I mean, the same thing happened to me. Like, Maddox found a lawyer, probably took that lawyer like an hour to write that lawsuit. Boom, you're done. Like,
giving him too much credit.
Yeah, I know. It probably
We've all
took him
seen
15
the
minutes to
lawsuit.
write that goddamn lawsuit. Yeah, you're right. Like, there's an old saying, don't build your house on rented land.
Or Indian burial grounds.
It sounds like a boomer quote right there.
It is.
I've never heard that one before.
All right, shut up. I hate you guys. Look, anyway, so what happened? It's kind of like this. This is kind of how I think about it. Imagine if somebody was watching Saturday Night Live and they were watching like that awful Trump impression they have where the guy's just like, poo, poo, pee, pee. I'm Trump. I eat poo and I poo out pee. And then the people at YouTube were like, well, these guys must really like Trump. They've got this Trump guy on the TV. They're talking about him a lot. The SNL probably supports Trump. Let's kick him off our platform. Like, that's the same thing. Monkey Jones puts out 23 videos about how this Elliot Rodgers kid is a nutcase idiot who spends $20,000 on lottery tickets. And they go, hey, your quote, and this is the exact quote, glorifying a shooter. And they kick him off. It's terrible. It's terrible.
We talked about that a bit on this show. I know Monkey's also been a previous guest on the show as well.
Yeah.
Hey, tell him to come back on. We'd love to talk to him about it one-on-one or two-on-one.
No, I'll do work. I'll do free work for you guys. That sounds great. Anything else you want me to do for you guys? You want me to wash your car?
Yeah,
your laundry?
Yeah, tell us about your you had to cancel on us the other day. You said you had a massive headache because you lost a Smash Bros game in front of a lot of people.
That's the reason.
My head hurts so much. So I'm on Twitch, twitch.com/Asterios Kokkinos.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv, sorry. Oh my God. I'm even getting too old to shill properly. So I go down there. And all my Twitch buddies, they were like, we want you to go down to the Nintendo store live on Twitch. So I go down there live on Twitch. They're playing Super Smash Brothers on a TV that's the size of like a building.
Awesome.
It's like this humongous TV. And and all the people on Twitch, they're like, play Star Wolf. Now I know Ness. He's back in the quick forward baseball bat. Push up, PK Fire, PK Flame. I know the yo-yo thing. You guys know Ness, right?
Oh, we love him here.
Good.
I'm not a Ness mainer, but
I prefer Lucas, but I like Ness.
You guys understand the appeal of Ness, even
absolutely.
though he's not your main.
Kinda. I don't like his up B. If you get stuck, you can't up B yourself out of it.
Asterios, what happened?
No. I actually do want to talk about this because if you get yourself in trouble, you could just keep yo-yoing yourself back onto the platform. That's my favorite, just slowly yo-yoing myself back. But anyway, so, but everyone in the chat is like, we want you to play Star Wolf. And I'm like, well, I do like cause he's like, no, I can't let you do that, Star Fox. Daddy's
You're good, but I'm better.
Good when he died. I'm gonna win for you, Uncle Andros. Star Wolf's here to brighten your day. You guys remember all that?
Oh God, yeah. Every time I open my mouth, I'm afraid a Star Fox 64 quote is going to come out. I played that game so much when I was a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you just got lucky, Fox. I can't believe what is up Falco's ass.
He's a prick.
Like, you save his life, and he's just like, I didn't need your help anyway. It's like,
Dick.
well, fuck you. Why hasn't he been fired? He's got terrible for morale.
They basically all do, except for
Slippy.
Peppy. No, Slippy's always getting in trouble. Peppy, isn't it the thing? If you lost Peppy, you didn't like have like the meter of like what people's health points were or something like that.
It was Peppy or
You couldn't
Soupy.
analyze the boss.
Yeah, you could analyze the boss.
that's
Yeah,
right.
so if you lost him, you didn't have that. The only useful one.
Yes,
Damn.
that's
The other
true.
two can go fuck off.
But see, the thing it's like, I get it. But when you save Peppy or Slippy, they're so grateful. They go like, I owe you one, Fox. Or thanks, Fox. That was a close one. But Falco's just like, fuck you, Fox. I'm going to finger your girlfriend. And it's like, hey, there's no reason to get so dirty in this Star Fox game. Relax. Fuck you, Fox. I'm going to steal your identity and ruin your credit rating. After you save his life? What are you doing?
I'm gonna sue you for $20 million, Fox.
Hey, I got a real quick. So he says, "Hey Einstein, I'm on your side." How does he know who Einstein is?
Oh my God!
Is it like in B movie how there is a Larry King B in that movie? Is there also an Einstein like Star Fox version?
An Einstein furry.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
exactly.
he be Larry Queen B?
You know what? I'd have to go back and watch the movie again. There may have been a joke made like that, but I don't remember. Anyway, So Asterios, you picked Wolf. Is that what happened here? And then you got a
picked
headache.
Star Wolf, but no, look, and I'm sorry I know you guys want to keep this moving because I have a flight to catch, but do you remember how in B movie there was like a joke about how there was a joke about how much they like dating Asians.
What?
There's a joke in it where like Matthew Broderick's like, yeah, I'm really into spiders for some reason. They're so exotic.
They're
And then, like,
subservient.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Jerry Seinfeld bee's like, oh, everyone's got a thing for spiders.
Jesus.
And it's very clear they're talking about Asian
What the
women.
fuck, dude? We gotta watch B Movie for Fire Bros.
Yeah, okay.
You should watch B Movie. I saw B Movie on opening night on the biggest screen in Hollywood.
Oh my.
Because my friend was so fucking excited about B.
I saw a B Movie as a third wheel on a date.
What? Tell us all about this.
Just I was in high school. My friend was with his girlfriend, and they invited me to go see B Movie with them. And it was just sad, honestly. Well, I was like 17, third wheel, seeing a cartoon B Movie.
Well, so speaking of big screens, what happened?
Oh,
What's
right.
the conclusion?
God, I forgot how good you guys are at transitions.
Tell us about
I'm
when
not
you got
kidding.
sick.
You are very good at that. Yeah, so I play Star Wolf, and then some kid kills me like in 2 minutes. It was horrifying. And I'm even going to the kid. I'm like, I remember how Star Wolf went like, nah, I can't let you do that, Star Fox. I can't lose. And he's like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're quoting. Shut up, old man. He pulled out my pants in front of everybody. And he said, you're a big wiener with a little wiener. And I'm like, that's very hurtful.
I can see why you got so
I was
sick.
like, did you prepare this material? Why is it so hurtful?
He was reading off the teleprompter.
Yeah, he was, his uncle Don Rickles was there whispering things to him about my ethnicity. His uncle was like, he looks like an Asian freak. Make fun of him for being Asian. I'm like, I'm Chinese. It doesn't make me a freak.
Wasn't the guy in the video?
Spider.
Wasn't the guy in the video Asian?
Yeah, but you
And
know
his
what?
uncle was Don Rickles?
Yeah,
Who's dead?
well, hey, Uncle. I'm sorry. Are you not into interracial marriage for some reason? I thought you guys were liberals.
I'm just clarifying.
I'm just trying to figure out if this really happened or if you just didn't want to do the show on Thursday.
No, there's video footage of it.
Okay.
You could watch it, and then everyone's laughing at me, including a lot of people's moms.
Jesus.
I'm not kidding. And then I had such a terrible headache that I had to head straight to the bar. So I went to a bar, made my headache way worse, and then I had a job interview. So it was a real hell of a Friday or whatever.
It was all done by like 4 p.m.
Well, Asterios, we hope the interview went great.
It went real well, actually. It was for a firm in Chicago.
Hey, if you get the job, you going to move here?
I'll live with you guys rent free. That sounds great.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
I might have a room open up.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, let's move on. I got a real quick beef before potatoes. This will only take 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm flipping through the Netflix, and I see Jimmy Carr has a new show. Offensive insult British comedian Jimmy Carr has a new show called The Fix.
Okay.
Where they talk about trends for the week and then how bad they are and what they're going to creatively do to fix it.
What?
This asshole.
Netflix. We could have done this
for way cheaper.
Way cheaper. $107 a month cheap.
Ridiculous. So Jimmy Carr, you're on our fucking radar. Go fuck yourself. You fucking British
but
wit.
that show doesn't have Asterios on it sometimes.
No, so.
But I will go on it. I'll go on it right now and
God
just leave
damn
this
it.
recording.
You may not. You signed a verbal agreement.
How do you sign a verbal agreement?
With your, like you pretend like you're writing a phone number in the air? Whatever. You did that.
I'm sorry, but the answer was American Sign Language.
He got you.
It's literally how you do it. Literally.
Points.
That's me, baby.
Too soon.
All right, let's...
Isn't it great that anytime you say points, like, that's the only thing we're going to remember from that show is the word points, and it only means what you said was not funny. Like, no one actually... It's like, here you are, the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Points to Tina Fey.
I never got that show, really. I didn't like how they brought internet stuff to TV, so I think that this show, The Fix, probably also sucks.
Yeah, I'm willing to say.
You keep it on the internet where only the freaks can hear about it.
It comes from the internet, it stays on the internet. I don't need CNN explaining to me about the hacker 4chan, okay? I don't need that.
Heard about these anonymous guys?
Oh, God. Are these Q anonymous guys?
Oh.
What's their deal?
QAnon. So great.
Kill me. Speaking of killing myself, let's move on to everyone's favorite segment, 2 Minutes of Hate, where we take a trend from the internet and we yell at it, and then we creatively think of a sentence to fix it. To fix it. Sue me, Netflix. Kevin, do you have a 2 Minutes of Hate?
I got one.
Okay.
We talked about this a little bit last time, at least a little bit of foreshadowing, but this is sort of vague, but the social media depression hole.
Yeah.
I think everybody can kind of relate to this, but I feel, especially in the last, I don't know why, but in the last 2 or 3 weeks, you ever just log on and everything is just so predictable? Like every single step of the way, it's like politics and shit is so absurd at this point, but it feels like everything that happens just sort of it's like, yep, those people would have said this and those people would have said this in return. And these other people would have retaliated this way. It's just, when you really see how shallow, like, the worst part is when you realize that you're no better and you're also just a pawn in this 4D, 8D chess game. It's sad. So, I mean, there's like some days where I'm like just scrolling on Twitter out of boredom for like an hour or two, and I'm just like, my eyes are glazing over. I gotta log off. Like, it gets so bad.
And it's hard doing this show sometimes, like with that, because it's like all of the known tropes of like how you think we're supposed to respond. Like, I'm fully aware of it, and I hate doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, I hate taking the contradictory route all the time, but I hate taking the side of people who I disagree with all the time. I don't know the solution to it.
That's the problem. It's just, there's so much, just repetition. I log on and I get sad. It's like my phone is a little box of sadness that I turn on whenever I want. So,
Asterios, you're familiar with boxes of sadness. What do we do?
I've got my new service, Sadness Box. For $9.99 a month, we'll send you artifacts from your dead cousin. We'll send you
Throwback Thursday.
We'll send you the global warming report that the Trump administration made, that Donald Trump actually used to light some coal on fire and then use that coal to burn a baby eagle's nest.
IO Netrunner has a good point. He says, the Mad Libs, that is life. Trump did something dumb. Sportsman hit his wife or girlfriend. Guy that can do no wrong. Maybe not so great.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, look, that's all true.
It is,
The thing that bothers me the most is some people treat online like fighting like it's their day job.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like, there are these people. So, you know, like occasionally I'll retweet Alexandria Cortez. Wait, what is it?
Ocasio-Cortez.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
And you know, and then people I don't follow and I've never heard of will start fighting with me. And it's like, are you just Googling like her name?
Yeah.
And anyone that supports her, like, you want to start a fight with? Like, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, what's in this for you? But then I get triggered and I start to fight back with nobody, a person I've never met, can never convince,
a robot,
shouldn't even be talking to. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's depressing, man.
Yes, it is.
I guess like one thing I've learned recently, and this is something, I mean, I have to keep up on it. Like Grant said, we do a show about it. So we're kind of
in the mix
prisoners to this in a way. Ironic, isn't it? The cops become the prisoners.
Mm-hmm. Who will watch the Watchmen?
Exactly.
Who will cop the thought cops?
Who will think police
of
the police?
Thought cops?
Somebody please cop me. So I just find myself, I'm able to pace myself better these days. I don't go down like if anybody else has this problem, what I would recommend is just don't read the fucking replies. to whatever controversial tweet you're on. Even if you didn't post it, just don't go down the replies, because you're going to see so much pointless, just bickering and...
I don't know, though, because sometimes I feel like the replies are, like, worth it, because I see so much fucking, like, stupid misinformation out there, and you just realize that some of these people who spread it, like, will never read the responses to it, and it's like you'll see how they keep repeating the same shit. I
guess if you don't work for BuzzFeed or something...
I have, like, Steven Crowder in mind, who will find a certain talking point, he'll say it, people will debunk the talking point, and then 6 months, a year later, he'll, like, bring up the same talking point, and it's just like, I thought we, like, sort of went over this, that you're wrong about this, but people, like, don't engage with it. I don't know how to, like, properly engage with anybody regarding anything anymore at all.
Well, I got an interesting thing I heard on the Meet the Press show. Like, they were talking about how, like, spending the time to debunk something sometimes is worse because you repeat the falsity in order to debunk it. And then so now the falsity has 2 news cycles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, the people that aren't going to believe you, there's another old boomer phrase, which is, for the true believer, no evidence is necessary. And for the true doubter, no evidence will ever be enough. It's kind of like you could find, when Trump himself says, like, I could murder somebody with a hand grenade on Fifth Avenue and nobody would care. I could take a poison-tipped umbrella, much like the Penguin, my favorite villain. And I could stab someone with it and go, put poison o'clock, let's rock. And then people will still be, he probably didn't poison somebody. I could snap a baby's neck like Six did in the pilot to Battlestar Galactica, the Ronald D. Moore remake, not the original with Lorne Greene. and no one will believe I snapped that baby's neck. It's like, he's right. He's telling us the truth.
Donald Trump a lot more familiar with pop culture than I would have realized.
Yeah,
he knew
right?
all those Battlestar Galactica facts or whatever.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Big fan of Babylon 5 too. Love it. It's a novel for television.
Hey, Donald Trump, do you also like the miniseries Firefly?
Gone too soon. I'm a brown coat. That's what they call me, brown coat Trump. I thought the movie did too much too fast, though. Too much fan service. Didn't make it accessible for the common man. Fox put a lot of stock into that movie. Just goes to show you. Sometimes you shouldn't listen to the vocal minority. Except, of course, if you're talking about the vocal minority who support me, Donald Trump, then you should only listen to them.
Well, thanks, Donald Trump.
Patreon.com/Asterios. Love it. Big fan.
Oh, Donald Trump, you like Asterios Kokkinos?
Huge. I like him because he's huge. And of course, he has a serious weight problem.
And he voted
really
for him.
should get that under control. He's getting older. It's only going to be harder to lose weight, not easier.
And didn't he vote for you? Isn't that right? You looked at his vote and smiled?
Yeah, but he voted for me in New York, which kind of doesn't count. At least that's what he tells himself to get to sleep at night.
Well, hey, Donald Trump, thanks for swinging by the show for just a moment there.
Thanks for having me. I gotta go eat poo-poo. I'm a bad president, not good. I make bad decisions. Liberals are right, and I'm wrong.
Hey, you might want to wash
That's
that down with
satire.
some pee-pee.
A cold, delicious glass of pee-pee? You never see a skinny guy drinking diet pee-pee. Isn't that interesting?
But you still drink it, isn't that correct?
I drink it and I poo in my diaper. And then I wipe myself with the Constitution. Well, I don't care about your rights. I'm Donald Trump.
Wow.
Now that's the kind of satire YouTube likes.
Podbean is going to take our podcast down.
Oh, no.
Let's do a carpool karaoke. Anyway,
so do you have a sentence for the social media depression hole?
Back to this heavy topic.
No, just sentence it. Let's move on.
Yeah, social media depression hole. Just log off for a few days. Spend get the holidays, the new year, and all that. Just take some time to yourself. Don't be scrolling on Facebook and liking your uncle's posts about racism and stuff like that. Don't be doing that. Just log off for a few days and come back and reevaluate your lives.
Yeah, that'll happen. Way to go. It's like you guys are screaming into the void here. You think you can stop this? This is people's entire lives, is this.
Yeah.
Owning the libs on Twitter.
They grew up watching the right-wing equivalent to iCarly. They grew up watching who's the guy? They grew up watching Jacob Wall and
No, I think you mean Carlson, the show about a 13-year-old Tucker Carlson with an adorable little bow tie and some big opinions about how immigrants are, quote, making America dirtier and poorer, end quote. He really said that.
I forget, was that on Nickelodeon or Disney Channel?
It was actually on Nick XD, baby. Nick for boys. You guys don't know what that is, do you?
Wouldn't that be Nick XY?
No, the XD is this. All right.
Just because
real,
never mind.
It's that face.
Real quick, draw an X, then draw a D.
I get
now
it.
rotate it 90 degrees clockwise.
Wait, Grant, what's your 2 minutes of hate?
I had a different one, but I want to bring this up because Asterios sort of mentioned it, and I've had this on the list for a while, and it's really bothering me. Too much AOC spam.
What's AOC?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Okay.
Why does everybody care what she does? She hasn't. Is she even a representative yet?
She represents my heart.
Other than that, has she legally been sworn in yet?
She's legal.
Fair point. I don't. If she's in the House of Representatives, if she's doing like new freshman year orientation, whatever, she has to stay overnight in the fucking Capitol building, and she has to, they have a dance there for all the new incoming freshmen House of Representatives. She's not even in the fucking office, and I feel like every day there's a new thing. People can't leave her the fuck alone. Why do I see some stories about her all of the time?
Yeah, it's almost as if like a young, well-spoken, like TV-friendly Hispanic woman might terrify people, and so they got to spend all their time trying to clap back at her on Twitter.
I'm gonna wait for this siren to pass real quick. It's bothering me. I mean, and I get that, and I definitely think that she probably has a lot to learn. She has slip-ups just like everybody else does. And in terms of like her intelligence and her level of competence towards being a fucking representative, like she's one out of almost 500 people. And I can guarantee you that the rest of them are not that fucking smart either. But there's just this fucking media lens that's on her all the fucking time. And I'm so fucking... She said this. She said... What was it? She made some slip up or something like that. She was talking about like the defense budget or something like that. And how if we had better fiscal policy, we could use that money to fund 2/3 of... whatever, and people, she didn't, you can't do that. You can't just take that money. That money is not just for this. And it's like, man, stop fucking doing that. You don't have to do that every time. She tweets a lot.
You've been
she
reading
puts
the
a lot of
replies.
stuff on Instagram all the time. I am screaming into the void. I'm just sick of seeing it all the time.
Don't read the replies.
I can't not, because
Yes.
the replies get the news. The replies make the fucking news.
Don't read the news.
I can't not. I do this show.
Oh, fuck.
Now I know what you're saying about... It's just... It's interesting because the right sees her as a very convenient punching bag. They're like, she's dumb. And it's like... or they're like, she acts so childish on Twitter. And it's like, hey, remember when President Trump called a lady horseface? Remember when our president called somebody a horseface? It's like, oh my God. But so people on the right attack her because, when you attack her, you're attacking both women and minorities. It's a great twofer. But then I get all defensive of her because I'm in love with her and want to marry her. And it's like, she's not even in Congress yet. So we're all spun up about
Exactly.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And it's like, yeah, I know what you're saying.
And I definitely agree with you on a lot of those points. And the thing that makes me want to bash my head in is the whole like whataboutism of, like you said, the president said this on Twitter or whatever. And it's like, you can say that, it doesn't get through to anybody because, like Kevin said, like the replies, you know, are a fucking shit show. So it's like the response to the response is always just unsatisfying to even try and comprehend or rationalize. I'm sick of fucking seeing all of the spam. It's literally spam. It's like, oh, she did this. She said
it's literally canned meat.
She said that there's 2 chambers of Congress. Like, yeah, she made a mistake. Barack Obama said
the House and the Senate.
Whatever.
There are 2 chambers of Congress.
Sure.
The legislative,
or she said the 3
branch.
chambers of government or whatever. Like, who cares?
There are 3 branches of government: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. It sounds like this lady's right about a lot of things.
But it's like Barack Obama like made a slip up one time. He said like, oh, there's 57 states. Like, he didn't think that there's 57 states. But, like, you know, including the territories or whatever the fuck the thing was.
It's a
just
weird
like,
mistake. I would never make that mistake.
This weird focus. Never. You're also not, like, up, you know, 18-hour days, like, campaigning. I
do this show every week for almost 100 weeks. I have never miscounted the states.
You know, one time Donald Trump said that we should, quote, take their guns away first. And nobody ever calls him on that. Where everyone's always like, these liberals are going to take your guns away. These liberals are going to take... We have like audio and video of Donald Trump saying, I like to take the guns away first and then deal with it later. It's like, isn't this the thing you're terrified of? The federal government taking away your guns? But everyone's like, yeah, but he didn't mean it. It's like, but he said it, guys.
Now, Grant, what the hell are we going to do about this? Give it a punishment. This guy's got a flight to catch.
More videos of AOC dancing on that rooftop, please.
Wait, whoa.
You haven't seen that?
No, but I heard there's a bathtub photo.
The bathtub photo's fake. God, there's some fucking shit going on downtown right now.
You know, people say Santa Claus is fake, but I still believe in him. And I choose to believe in the bathtub photo.
Hold on, let me find this real quick.
You gotta have blind faith in the bathtub photo. Just trust me on this.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to drop this in the chat for you real quick, Asterios. You might want to mute it.
Okay.
But you can...
Muting it.
Wait, what's the music? I want to hear it.
The music's not important.
She's dancing. It's important.
Hello. Oh, my. Whoa!
Yeah, right?
She's dancing her way right into my heart. Oh, my goodness. I'm voting for her for president. I know she's not even in Congress yet, and she might not be old enough, but I'm writing her in.
Video is titled "Dancing Comunista Hottie."
Hey, I'll
cop to that.
I'll share my means of production with her. You know what I mean? Love production. Now I get why everybody liked Sarah Palin. Like, I didn't get it until now. Now I get it.
Hey, Asterios, what's your 2 minutes of hate? I know we've kind of given you a taste of, or remember, if you can remember what it's like to be angry again.
Oh, look, just real quick. I hated how on Instagram when girls post hot pictures of themselves, when they also have to like post a quote from like a philosopher to excuse it.
Yes.
Where they're just like, you know, Sartre said to live your best life every day. And that's what I'm doing. And that's why I'm so underweight.
I don't want to bring race into it, but it's always white girls.
Well, you said I don't want to bring race into it. And then
that's exactly what she's doing.
Where race
and then I said
not.
but. And then I said but.
You did say but. To be fair, you did say but. Oh my God.
I actually, Asterios, I saw one on Facebook this morning where it was a girl taking a selfie, and there was a quote on it, and she quoted herself. And
yes!
then it was it was in quotes, and then it said at the end, her name.
That's great. Now here's what I'm going to say. In order to get away with doing that, this girl's got to be like a 10, right? How attractive is this young lady?
I don't believe in that sort of thing.
Okay,
you don't believe in attractiveness?
It's like I said before, all bitches are beautiful.
Oh, that's how inclusive of you. Mr. Supreme Gentleman over here.
Oh my God! Careful.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get our podcast taken down.
Be careful now.
Because of a joke.
The chat is calling me soy. So Asterios,
Yo.
if you could punish these women for this kind of thing, what would you say?
That they have to post a I don't want to punish these very pretty ladies.
There's a lot of things
I'm
you can
sorry,
go with.
you're getting away with this one scot-free.
Actually, Nico in the chat here has a good sentence. She says they can only do anime quotes.
Oh, that's great.
I think that solves the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that? It's just a quote from Fist of the North Star. You are already dead, and it's just a selfie of a girl with 13 filters on it.
Kind of hot.
It says, quote, living love by daylight, fighting evil by moonlight, never running from a real fight. She is the one called Sail. That's great. I love it. All right. Sold.
Quote, you are the drill that will pierce the heavens, unquote.
Who the hell do you think we are?
Anyway.
She says she's making that her next Instagram quote.
Cool.
So let's move on here. So if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each criminal to a cruel and often unusual punishment. So without further ado, we got to get right into this. The Kevin Spacey video. I have held off on watching this all week because I wanted to watch it live on the episode.
You want to watch it?
I want to see it.
Okay.
Asterios, have you seen this video yet?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All right.
It's really something. He really thought this was a good idea.
Well, the funny thing with this is it came out at the same time that he was not the same time that he was charged with a felony for assault, right?
Yep. Yeah, Kevin Spacey's allowed on YouTube, but not Monkey Jones.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
fucking pisses me off.
Someone with 30 male accusers. Kevin Spacey is allowed on YouTube. Monkey Jones makes fun of a mass murderer. We certainly can't have that.
And apparently there's video footage of one of the assaults. So,
allegedly, yes. There's footage on Snapchat, yes.
according to the NYPD.
My God.
So, Asterios, I sent the link in the podcast chat channel if you want to.
Oh, no, I've seen it, but I'll react to it while you watch it.
Perfect.
Yeah, because Kevin hasn't seen it yet. Hasn't done his homework.
I wanted to do my homework in class when the teacher's not looking.
Fair.
Let Me Be Frank, it's called.
Jesus.
Frank Underwood, get it?
That's so fun.
What you want.
Get it?
Ew, he's not
Oh,
looking
sure,
great.
they may
not
have
look
tried
good.
to separate us, but what we have is too strong. It's too powerful. And after all, we shared everything, you and I.
What the fuck?
I told you my deepest
is
and
creepy.
darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted
Welcome
me,
to hell.
even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides,
God.
I know what you want.
Oh, no.
You want me back.
No, thanks.
Of course, some believed everything and had just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved. Wouldn't that be easy? If it was all so simple. Only you and I both know it's never that simple, not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you? Did you? No, not you. You're smarter than that. Anyway, all this presumption made for such an unsatisfying ending, and to think it could have been such a memorable send-off. I mean, if you and I have learned nothing else these past years, it's that in life and art, nothing should be off the table. We weren't afraid, not of what we said, and not of what we did, and we're still not afraid. Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do.
Oh, no.
My
Well, of course, they're going to say I'm being disrespectful, not playing by the rules, like I ever played by anyone's rules before. Well, wait a minute. Now that I think of it, you never actually saw me die, did you? Conclusions can be so deceiving.
This is insane, dude.
Miss me?
Says 8.6 million views.
Yeah, 8.5 million hate watches.
Yeah, I don't think anybody... And then that weird fucking sound bit at the end.
That's like... That's like when Homer Simpson didn't want Poochie to die, and he just kind of did it himself. Except Homer didn't molest 30 boys.
Yep.
You know, I get the feeling that he wasn't just talking about the TV show.
Weird.
Do you guys get that vibe at all?
Yeah, weird.
You think there might be some sort of meta context to this?
Yeah,
I think
there
you're
might
looking
be
too
some...
deeply.
Can you scroll? What's the description say?
There isn't one.
Way to go, QAnon, looking for conspiracies where they ain't there.
Well, the first comment is by Jesus Christ, and he has a check mark next to his name, so that's actually him, and it says, well, who am I to judge?
That's great.
I guess this is what life as a gay man looks like.
Wow.
That's right.
I never knew the struggle of living as a gay man, but I guess now I have a fuller context of what it's supposed to be like.
Apology accepted on his behalf.
That was... I'm glad I waited. That was fun. That was like some Black Lodge shit. The fuck?
Yeah. It's a good way of putting it.
I still feel... I still have a hard time believing that really happened. Like...
Yeah, I don't... That's like... This is some mental fucking... something. I don't know what. This is some mental disassociation shit. I
always wonder what happens to these guys when this shit goes down. And I feel like this is the first glimpse we've kind of seen of that, because we haven't seen Louis C.K. go this public since this kind of stuff happened.
He's done some stand-up shows, but like not in the public eye.
Exactly.
Just like drop-ins and stuff.
Yeah, he's more than willing to call his daughter the C word, but God forbid he comments on the serious allegations against him.
True.
Talk about Pig Newton some more.
Isn't that his production company?
Yeah.
Yes, it's his goddamn production company. It's called Pig Newton. I'm sure his kids are going to love, by the way, being 19 and being like, Daddy's breakthrough stand-up set was about how he hated me and my sister. That's how he went from a reliable hand in the room to a face on camera. He was the head writer for Conan for a while, but he really broke through when he broke my heart making fun of me on national television.
So we got to sentence Kevin Spacey here.
Yeah.
Bring him back to life, maybe?
Isn't the NYPD gonna do that for us?
I guess so, yeah.
Let's bring him back to life.
This is specifically for this atrocity of this video. This isn't for the crimes that he's done. It's for sort of weirding out the internet.
I'm so confused. Are we talking about Kevin Spacey or are we talking about Frank Underwood?
That's a great question, because obviously Frank Underwood in continuity has died. He was poisoned by that guy.
Asterios, remember, you didn't see him die.
You never saw me die off screen.
I guess that's
insane.
I guess that's true.
Come down to Popeyes. There's a full bucket of chicken wings and tenders for only $9.99.
I guarantee.
Let's give him what he wants. Let's see this guy die. Frank Underwood, I mean.
All right. How do we do that?
We'll film it. Just come over. It'll be really, really simple.
Just poison him?
Yeah, just give him a blood packet to puke up.
Fair. Works for me. Speaking of Louis C.K. and saying terrible things, this is a pretty good segue into this. I guess Chris Rock's under fire right now for a segment that him, Louis C.K., Seinfeld, and Ricky Gervais did.
I remember this. Yeah,
regarding the N-word. Have you guys both seen the hour-long HBO special where it's four of them sitting in chairs talking about comedy?
I watched that originally when it came out. I was offended by how self-congratulatory it was. Mm-hmm. I hadn't even realized. Yeah. I mean, keep setting it up. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything, like you said, more self-congratulatory than stand-ups talking about the art of stand-up. And I realize that's Jerry Seinfeld's premise of his entire TV show. Musicians in Maseratis getting macchiatos. That's the whole premise of that show, is just like, so what do you think is funny? and it's like, I don't know, it's not that interesting with shots of like them pouring cream into coffee and stirring it. Ooh, great. How artistic that you use the same shot 3 episodes in a row. Who gives a shit? But yeah, they get into this weird thing where Louis C.K.'s talking and he goes, oh, well, blah, 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 the N-word. And then Jerry Seinfeld goes, I don't know if you can say that, because this is coming off the tail end.
Yeah, were we just talking about how Jerry Seinfeld is like the most like PC, anti-PC comedian?
Yeah, like won't say a bad word, but will complain about college kids being too
sensitive.
Too sensitive.
Snowflakes is the word.
Yeah, where he's like, no, I won't play colleges because these kids get too offended. It's like, yeah, really? You were playing colleges, Jerry? Were you going down to Loyola Marymount and doing a show for 100 people for a burger and fries and a drink ticket? Yeah. I wanted to do a tour of the whole SUNY system, but I couldn't.
I won't do it.
I got too upset.
And this is, of course, coming off the tail end of a couple years before that. His friend and associate from his TV show had gone on the N-word spree that he went on at the Laugh Factory. So he's probably like, hey, you can't say that word. It's not funny.
They addressed that on an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and a billionaire television executive worked it into the humor, kind of excused it in a way. Remember when they made JB Smoove have to do like a B plot with Michael Richards to be like, he knows, he gets it, he's a racist.
Times they have changed.
Love that.
Yeah, so this footage of them, Louis C.K. says the N-word, Seinfeld goes, you can't say that. And then Chris Rock goes, no, I think he can say it. Whatever. I'm Chris Rock. I did a whole bit about that word.
Okay, so it's coming up now.
It was well received. It's coming up now. I don't really understand fully why it resurfaced, because I don't know how many numbers, like how many times people have seen it. Do you remember what it's
Michael
called?
Scott say that word?
Exactly.
I'd imagine that it has a pretty decent amount of views on YouTube and that a lot of people have seen it. It's just weird because it's so...
I'd rather not play a clip of him saying that.
I don't want to. It's just... It's not that long ago. It's like 7 years ago. I think most people sort of remember the segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people are... I guess Asterios' best friend Wayne Brady is harping on Chris Rock because... Wayne Brady just saw this recently.
Oh, really? This is how Wayne Brady's going to get himself attention?
Yeah, he's got some responses to it. I didn't really look up.
Why don't you go play Zip Zap Zop some more? Jesus Christ. I was completely... I feel bad for Chris Rock because kind of like, when you're the only person in a room that like represents a certain class or a group of people...
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to play Killjoy. That's something that Wyatt Cenac talked about. Like, Wyatt Cenac was like the only African-American writer on the staff of The Daily Show. And so Fox News called out Jon Stewart for doing kind of like an offensive Amos and Andy style accent.
Yeah.
And then Wyatt Cenac was like, well, actually, I kind of agree. I think that accent is offensive. And then he got like screamed out of the room by Jon Stewart.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like, I feel bad for Chris Rock because he's probably the only African-American person on set, let alone on camera. Like, he doesn't want a clip of him like scolding 3 other comedians. He kind of just wants to move on.
Yeah, but like, do you also think that he probably also thinks that too? Because he's been on Louis' show called Louis a number of times. He's pretty good friends with him. He probably thinks like, hey, if it's comedy, right?
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Like, look, we all let our friends get away with horrible things. Like, we're all friends with like real creeps. It's hard.
What did I do?
It's hard to call your friends.
Yeah,
exactly. You both know what you each did.
Lying and implying.
Yeah, it's just. I get that it's hard to call your friends out for shit. I mean, the real story here isn't Louis C.K. It's fucking Ricky Gervais laughing like one of the hyenas from The Lion King about saying the N-word. Where he's just like so pleased with himself. He's like, oh, I did something naughty. Oh, it's just like, yeah, okay.
He's so cheeky.
I feel like that's the first time Ricky Gervais...
55-year-old edgelord. Oh, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I feel like that's the first time Ricky Gervais has actually said the N-word. I've never heard him say it before. Except for like in that context, he's like, yeah, that'd be funny to hear Jerry Seinfeld say the N-word. And then he says it, but it's like it sounded like he was trying to like fit in, you know?
Yes. Yep.
So you have the Jerry Seinfeld saying you can't say it. You have the scumbag Louis C.K. who's like, I'll say it, I don't care. Oh, that's what they are. And then you have Chris Rock who's sort of condoning it. And then you have Ricky Gervais who's like, oh, I get to say it now.
Yup.
Are you offended?
Yeah, why don't you talk about how Jesus didn't exist some more? God, well, oh my God, all these fucking... It's like Ricky Gervais made one good thing and now we have to deal with him for the rest of our lives. It's like, if I knew that I have to fucking see Ricky Gervais... Now, let me find the famous photo of Ricky Gervais and put it in the Discord.
The one where he has the mic stand and atheist written across his chest.
Yes, the one. Oh my God! Oh, here it comes. All right, zip, zap, zop. It's just like if I knew that I would have to see a shirtless Ricky Gervais sucking in his gut as if his life depended on it, with the word atheist written on his chest in fake blood, holding a mic stand as if he's crucified, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'll watch The British Office. I think I'll take a pass on this. Yes, cringe humor. Yes. Oh, it's the first fake documentary for television. Oh, by the way, thanks for that. Now we have 13 seasons of Modern Family where a bunch of people are talking to a narrator that doesn't exist. It's like, is this just a sitcom about crazy people? What are you all doing? Who's making a documentary about a Parks and Rec department? What are you guys doing?
I like that show.
Yeah, look, but I'm just saying, did it need to be a mockumentary? Couldn't we have just watched the fun adventures of all these characters? The only reason things are mockumentaries is because it's easy for a writer to just sit a character down and have that character go, here's how I feel about this.
Quick, we need a 5-second shot of you staring blankly at the camera. Okay, great.
Can we get the Jim Halpert face, please?
Look.
So what do we do about this? Let's give it a punishment.
Let's give it a punishment.
We're taking his pass back.
Cutting all their tongues out.
There we go.
Unless you have something better.
Asterios.
Okay.
You got something you want to add?
No, that's
you got something you want to say? All right, this week's Thought Cop's key to the city goes to Big Chungus.
The fuck is that?
Look it up.
I don't want to. Tell me what it is.
No, just look it up. It's not bad.
I love
look
Big
it up.
Chungus.
You know this, Asterios?
Yes.
What is this? What am I looking at?
That's Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
He's fat Bugs Bunny.
Fat black Bugs Bunny?
He's not black.
He's black in this picture.
In that one picture.
Hey.
There's probably more pictures of him. So what's the point of this?
He rules, and he gets the key to the city this week.
He's great. Look at him. He's so big.
How come I feel like this is a well-established internet meme that I know nothing about and I could care less about?
It is, but I think I just want to appreciate it for a moment because this is a meme that for once it hasn't been politicized yet. Like this could
just
go.
Wait.
Like I see this Big Chungus face, and I know that probably by the time this episode comes out, it's going to be either socialist or fascist, and I'm not sure which one it is, but time will tell.
Isn't it great how we got Gritty? That was close.
It's in the same category as Gritty.
Because both sides were making a serious play for Gritty. Like, people were saying, like Gritty may love the ice, but he hates the snowflakes. And people were like, Gritty believes that safe spaces should be destroyed with Zambonis. I'm like, oh, no. But then someone was like, Gritty is a worker and believes that you should unionize and not let your bosses control your destiny. I'm like, this is the Gritty I like. Thank God liberals won that one. That was close.
I saw a really funny picture of it was Gritty and then like the USSR flag in the background, and then him saying something about workers' rights from the Communist Manifesto. It's one of my favorite. I'm going to make that my desktop background.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And this week's Thought Cops word of the week is 2 words. It's sicko mode. You guys know about sicko mode?
Yeah, I was playing the Big Chungus video game on PS4 on sicko mode. That's the setting I had it on.
So sicko mode is, according to Urban Dictionary, when someone is too lit or faded. Or sicko mode
You
is...
have to explain this stuff to Asterios. He's a 70-year-old boomer. He needs explanations for it. You can't use words like lit.
Do you mean the Michael Moore documentary, Sicko? That was great.
No, let me rephrase this. Sicko mode is when someone is too blitzed.
Oh,
I don't know what you're saying.
Blitzed.
You mean like Ballroom Blitz, that great sequence from the Wayne's World movie?
Sicko mode is a level of both intelligence and physical being. In such, one can achieve anything. This could be as simple as walking, or as complex as explaining tier memes. All right, I want to go wash my tongue after saying that.
Maybe it's too much. Maybe this is too many White Russians that I've been drinking since we've been recording this. Yeah. But I don't understand any of the words that you're saying. Like,
dude,
they're not
you are younger than me.
They're not penetrating like the epicenter of definition that's in my brain. I don't understand what you're saying.
I think it's the drinks. Let's move on to the voicemails, but before we do, Asterios, where can we find you? I know you've already talked about the Asterios Kokkinos Podcast Factory. Sorry, I just saw in the chat somebody.
There's no reason to say what's in the chat. We could all just move on.
I think. Let's just leave it there. Hey, if you honestly
join the Discord.
Yeah, patreon.com/thoughtcops.
Somebody took that picture of Ricky Gervais and put my head on him, and instead of the word atheist, it says the word cuck across the chest.
Beautiful.
Well-la-dee-da. This is so
Nico
upsetting.
says Sicko Mode is a Travis Scott song, and said thought boomers. So I guess we're old too.
Yeah.
We're getting up there. Hey,
So
but
Asterios.
Yes.
yeah, Asterios.
Oh,
tell
well,
us.
look, if you guys like my stuff, you can go to, if you pledge even $1 to patreon.com/Asterios, you get every podcast I make 4 days early, and you get bonus episodes of all my shows.
And it's only $1?
Oh, yeah, because it's just like, I'd rather have the listeners. It's like, I don't want to gatekeep. It's like, I just care. In the long run, we're all dead. I just want people to enjoy this bullshit I make. So it's like, yeah, it's just $1. And look, you pledge more, you get more, but start with $1, see how you like it.
And social media.
Oh, yeah, and you can follow me at Asterios on Twitter. I got a Reddit, r/Asterios. And, just, follow me on Twitter. It's fun, man. We have a good time.
Follow him for all of the fresh, young, freshly squeezed AOC retweets.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love triggering people. They get so upset when they see her. But then I get so upset when they attack her. And then we all feel alive for a minute.
You just got to tweet that video of her dancing out. That's the bridge that we all need to cross.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get to some voicemails. All right, which one should we start with?
Damn, that's a lot.
Think? Yeah.
Start with the top one.
All right.
Hey, fuck cop.
Oh.
You need to just punish these people with death. I'm just going to tell you right away. These people.
Oh my goodness.
We can't do that.
People who draw fan art of beautiful flat-chested anime girls with giant fucking tits. There's nothing that makes me want to murder someone more than that.
Nothing?
Like, are you 12 years old? Do you really need big fucking cow udders to jack off? You fucking freak. Sometimes, it makes me mad.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow.
You want to kill these people?
We don't advocate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we don't want our podcast taken down.
No one. I'm sorry that this happened to you. Whatever this is.
Asterios, are you pro or con big anime titties?
Well,
hold on. That's not exactly what she's saying.
Hey, no, that's not what she's saying.
Okay, fair.
I mean,
because you do host a show called Waifu Wars.
No, I do.
And you've talked about many waifus.
The interesting thing to me about this is that there are so many characters out there in anime with all kinds of body types.
And
so
all
it's kind
different
of
sizes
weird.
of breasts.
It's kind of weird that you have to like alter one. It's like, well, if you like a girl with a slimmer frame, there are 50,000 of them. Like, what are you doing over here? But on the other hand,
they're 1,000 years old, but they look like they're 12.
Oh no,
that's the loophole, Asterios. It's fantasy.
I knew we were heading here, but I was hoping it would take longer.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what's going through their minds when they're marketing this stuff. But anyway, go ahead.
No, it's just, fan art's always weird, right? It's like, you make, it's like everybody likes like, ooh, this is like a version of George Washington, but it's a lady. It's Georgina Washington. Like, everybody loves like the femme version of something like, this is Spider-Man, but it's a lady. It's Spider Lady.
Or this is Bowser, but it's a female Bowser, right?
Yeah, Bowser, right. Exactly. Everybody loves that kind of stuff, but then, so it's like, wait a minute, gender bending's okay, but boob bending's not? I don't know about this.
All bitches are beautiful.
Radical centrist over here.
No, man, I just, appreciate the original
radical
form.
Male feminist over here.
All right, let's play the next one.
Hi.
Whoa.
My name is Kareem Harper, and I am a representative of the Northeast chapter of the Black Delegation.
All right.
I heard that I could reach Asterios Kokkinos here. Well, I am pleased to announce that if I can, he's been nominated as a third-round draft pick for the Black Delegation of the 2019 racial draft.
Yes!
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Congrats,
sir.
man.
Oh my
There are many benefits that come with it, and we will be in contact. I'm sure you'd like to know about some of them. And I would love to tease, but I know my time is short. But it includes getting in on all the secret conversations at black barbershops and knowing where the best grits are served in town.
Can I go to the cookout?
Cheers, good sir.
Wow.
He left out the biggest question that I think everyone has. Are you allowed to say the N-word now?
Oh, hey! Oh, God! That's all the time we have this week for Thought Cops. I'd love to thank my guests, Grant and Phil. Thanks so much. Kareem is an ex-coworker of mine, actually. I love this guy. Kareem's like one of the one of the funniest.
That's actually his name?
Yeah, he's one of the funniest, nicest guys I know. So I'm not going to riff. I'm just going to say thank you for listening.
And thanks for giving
Kareem.
The inclusion too. That's
Thanks
nice.
for calling in. Because when I heard the name, I was just like, oh, this sounds like a fake name.
No, he's great.
Oh.
I would recommend that you give a fake name when dealing with me, personally. Say your name is like Zipper McGee or come up with some dumb
Heather
name.
S.
Yeah, Heather S. Perfect. Pretend you're Mumkey Jones's sister that doesn't exist.
Now let's go to the next one here.
Mumket.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Asterios. It's Super Bowl Tecta here from the Discord.
Oh.
Well,
you know
I
this
would
guy?
say Discord, but I've only been active on there once. And, I actually have a life outside of the internet,
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You'll have the 2-minute voicemail.
Well,
look at Mr. High and
anyway,
Mighty.
This guy's.
I have been trying to convince you for a long while now to play some vintage arcade games on Twitch, just to show how boomer you are.
That's right.
I am a zoomer who really loves boomer games, and there's a huge untapped market for streaming
really
these kinds of
loud
games
all
and
of a
sites
sudden.
that I know that you could be able to capitalize on. Games such as Carnival, Red Earth, The First Funky Fighter, Trio the Punch, War the Final Assault, Defend the Terror Attack of the Red UFO. Yes, that is a real game name. Hell, did you know that there is a bootleg of Space Invaders called Darth Vader?
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's real. I've been trying to convince you to let me send you some arcade ROMs along with the latest version of MAME, which you know is the emulator, but my computer died and then I was too much of a retard to back up all the games, so
Hey,
I had to
language!
spend several weeks just to get a new computer and downloading them again, but yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, poor fuck, but okay, enough of that. So, I looked on your IMDb lately, and
I wonder if this guy's ever listened to our show before.
This show on Disney XD called White House Kapow, and
I don't think so.
I was wondering, What's it like to work on the show?
Patreon.com/ThoughtCops. Check us out. We have a Discord channel as well. It's free. There is a premium chat for the Patreon people as well. We do a Fire Bros spin-off podcast every single month where we review different media and decide whether or not we should burn it or save it.
Okay, bye.
All right, so interestingly, so about a month ago, I gave out my cell phone number on Twitter because I'm kind of like, if you really want to text me,
I get it.
Go ahead. It's like, really? You want to text me? Sure. Whatever you want. Like, my friends don't text me. My family doesn't text me. So, like, so strangers will text me. And this guy sent me a list of like 800 arcade games he has. And he's always like, do you want me to send you the games? Do you want me to send you the games? And I'm always like, yes, I do. And then he's always like, they're really good games. Do you want them? I'm like, yes. I mean, clearly, yeah, if you have my cell phone number, you probably know my email address or how to get in touch with me on Twitter. And he has
your IMDb page.
Yeah, he has my IMDb page. I mean, he knows that I wrote for Disney XD's Right Now Kapow.
Is that why you brought it up?
That is why I brought up Disney XD. Turn it sideways. Huh? Yeah, but anyway, that guy, just send me the games. I don't know. See, here's the sense that I get. He just likes talking to me. Just talk to me. You don't have to dangle these games. Just ask me how my day's going. I'll talk to you. Let's get to know each other. You seem nice.
You seem like you like the podcast we do. Maybe listen to it for once.
Look, I'll give my cell phone number out right now. It's 347-705-7617. That's 347-705-7617. You want to text? You just call me. You think I'm ever doing anything? My life got destroyed. I'm just sitting around playing Heroes of the Storm and jerking off. Give me a call. You guys want to give out your cell phone numbers now?
312-788-7361. Leave us a voicemail. Let's move on to the next voicemail.
Hey, this is Wick.
Hey.
All right. Hey, Asterios. Okay. You guys need to type into Google young Joseph Stalin. I've never wanted to blow a dictator in my life until now. Holy fuck. I'm center-right libertarian. I never thought about becoming a full-blown communist until I saw this. Boners. Why did I say that?
Talk about a dictator. That's about all that deserved. Yeah. He's not going to make me turn communist as much as a hot dancing AOC is going to make me turn communist. So I'm not Zwick, though. So
you don't want to suck her dick?
Why do you keep calling her AOC?
Because it's too long of a name.
It's racist to not call her Alexandria Cortez. What are you doing, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? You got to do... It's really racist of you not to honor her full name like that.
This sounds like you're mocking. This sounds like you're mocking her accent.
Better roll that R. I'm going to roll you right back to Russia where you belong.
Hey, I'm from the Midwest, okay? We pronounce everything wrong.
So this guy...
Everything.
This guy just looks like he lives in Logan Square.
We whiteify everything up. Yeah, he does, yeah.
So Zwick, come on down to Logan Square in Chicago, because everybody looks like this here.
Yeah. Looks like he's hanging out at one of the arcade bars.
Yeah.
Ordering shots of vodka.
No vodka, huh?
Yeah, because he's Russian. Do you get it? That's what they drink over there. They don't drink the water because there's fluoride in the water. You know, and it messes with your brain. The government puts fluoride in the water.
Yeah, so I've heard that.
Yeah, they drink vodka instead of water. Let's move on to the next voicemail. This one is also from Zwick. So I'll do 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, for your words of the week, have you ever thought about using Conservapedia as a source? So, you know, you libtards could be schooled on what real knowledge is. Have a good one.
I just pick whatever word people are talking about that week, unless it's last week where there wasn't one, and I just pick woot.
I'm a centritard, sir.
You have mentioned that 8 times.
It's like being vegan. You have to shove it in everyone's face all the time.
Yeah, clearly.
Both parties are wrong.
What a brave stance.
No, being a centrist is fun. I completely agree. Yeah, because then you trigger everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, what's the point of being a liberal online? Trigger conservatives. What's the point of being conservative online? Trigger liberals. But you get twice the triggering.
Well, you get twice the triggered.
Exactly. And then you don't have to vote. Because you can be like, well, I don't think either party represents my interest, so I'm choosing not to vote and stay at home and jerk off and watch anime. You get the day off.
That is the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, you should vote. You should read up on things. You should learn about things. You should vote.
Vote and then you get the jack off.
And fuck the whole lesser of the two evils thing. When people are like, I'm not voting for the lesser of two evils. Yeah, you are. Even if you're not, you are. So shut up about it. See, the best position you can be in is I forgot what this voicemail is even about, but the best position is a self-hating centrist. So you can hate everyone, but you hate yourself even more. Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of people who left 2 voicemails, let's play the next one.
Hey, Thought Cops. IO Runner here with another 2 minutes of hate. This time, I got polite drivers. Oh my god, I want to bash these motherfuckers'
I feel like he leaves these like right after he gets off the treadmill.
That will stop in the middle of a busy road to let another car in front of them, even though they don't have a stop sign. And it just drives me insane.
Just go.
Because I'm coming up behind them. I'm not expecting them to stop. Or if I'm the guy at the stop sign waiting for traffic to finish up or whatever, I'm not expecting a car to stop for me, so I'm not watching for it. And now I'm just... Thanks for doing that, but now I'm just more frustrated than I was waiting for traffic. It's just,
because there's rules to driving.
Smash into the back of them and then sue them to death. I don't know if you can do that. Ask Asterios while he's there. But it just frustrates me so much. These are the people that will sit at a stop sign and wave you on, even though it's their turn.
No,
and I just sit at the stop sign now and wait for them. It's your turn. I'm going to sit here and wait. Fuck you.
Because it is their turn.
You don't have to be an asshole when you drive, but
it helps.
People expect you to follow the rules of the road, and if we can all just do that, traffic just goes fine. But it's when you start fucking up the rules of the road by trying to be nice that other people get frustrated, and that's how we get road rage.
And you get
I have road rage now, and I'm just standing in front of my computer. Bonus 2 minutes of hate. Seasonal affective disorder. Just kind of sucks, man. It's winter. There's nothing to do. Stuck inside. Just kind of feeling down. I live alone. It sucks. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Really? You live alone with that winning attitude of yours? Who would have thought?
It is called 2 minutes of hate.
I can tell this guy is a terrible driver who's probably either killed someone or is going to get someone killed.
No, man, I totally get it. And like, maybe I'm more sort of sensitive to it because I don't have a car, but I bike to work because I'm poor.
Mm-hmm. And in shape.
But like, and in shape. It does help. It helps inhaling all of the gas from right behind every fucking on my way to work every day. But like when it's someone's turn to go and you stop, and then after you stop and my feet are off the pedals and then they wave you on, it's like, what? It's your turn to go. I'm not going in front of your car. I don't want you hitting me. I don't want to roll over your fucking hood. I want you to drive like how you're supposed to drive, because I'm taking all that into account as I'm trying to get down the street and trying not to die, because I don't want to wear a helmet because it's a mile away. I'm not going to wear a helmet. What do I care? But I don't want to get hit. So just go. Don't fucking sit there and dawdle and this and that and whatever. Like, either go or don't go, but like fucking decide. Anyway.
I always hate it when someone honks the horn at me when I'm trying to send a text. It's like, yeah, I know I have to go. Give me a minute.
Let's get that one last voicemail here.
Hey, Thought Cops, it's IO Netrunner, and
Hey
my
again.
2 minutes of hate this time is late video game pictures. These are the people that miss the window for getting a new game, but go ahead and post pictures like a month later when they finally get it and act like it's the new hotness. For example, Pokemon Let's Go has been out for well over a month now, but someone who just got it for Christmas is posting all these pictures like they're the first person to play it. Come
Maybe
on.
they're just excited about Christmas.
And it's a small window between the game coming out and being brand new, and when it's been late enough that posting it is like, hey, finally getting around to this, where it's just like you're pretending like it's just coming out when really you're just late I would sentence these people to not be allowed to post pictures of their playthrough, and I also impose this on everyone. Play it in the comfort of your home where nobody can see you, you nerd. Thanks, guys.
So that's like super specific, but I know exactly what he's talking about, because if you get a Switch game as soon as it comes out, post pictures, because you have like a 3-day window to do that.
Yeah.
And if you didn't beat the game in that time, you're a fucking loser. Oh, you didn't unlock all the Smash Brothers characters within 36 hours, you bitch. Oh, like you post a screenshot a week later and you don't even have Duck Hunt? Are you kidding me? Unreal. But I have done this before. I played Nier Automata on PlayStation 4 a little while after it came out, and I was posting pictures, and I felt very weird doing it because it was something that people had already sort of experienced on their own, and I wasn't really adding anything to the conversation.
Yeah.
So I hear you, man. I hear you.
Counterpoint, though, you're talking about seasonal depressive disorder, and then you're whatever the fuck it's called, SAD, seasonal affective disorder.
Oh, that's so clever.
Whatever. And then you're talking about sit at home and play video games by yourself. Maybe put down the video games. Go walk around. It's nice outside.
Aren't you the guy that spends all his time arguing with Russian bots on Twitter?
Me?
I don't know, either of you. I mean, you guys, I'm bringing it back around. Remember how we started there? We were like, I mean, the first 2 minute hate was like, you arguing with people on Twitter. It's like, both sides. So I'm bringing it back around. Like, so the end is the beginning, like an Ouroboros, like a snake eating its own tail.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay. Like the logo for that one TV show that got Kevin all the points on science friction.
Yes. Yeah. Millennium. Yeah. With Lance Henriksen, who was also did the voiceover for the other Chris Carter show, Harsh Realm. Anyone here remember Harsh Realm?
On that note, everybody, thanks for listening.
No one remembers Harsh Realm. General Santiago, American soldiers getting pulled into a video game.
Check out Harsh Realm wherever you can find it.
Terry O'Quinn playing General Santiago. God damn it!
Asterios, this ran for a total of 9 episodes. How did I miss it?
It was good. They used Moby's Run On in the 3rd episode, and it was kind of pop culture's introduction to Moby. Anyway, I had a good time.
This was canceled in the year 2000.
It was really good.
The boomerest thing that's ever existed. Look at all their haircuts.
Asterios, you're sort of like an encyclopedia for UPN sci-fi shows.
Yes. Yes. And I'm a big fan of The Secret Life of Desmond Pfeiffer. Homeboys from Outer Space is obviously the first one people think of. Voyager is a UPN sci-fi show.
Saturday afternoons.
Y'all remember when The Rock came on that episode of Voyager and had to fight 7 of 9 because they were trying to cross-promote
Patreon.com/ThoughtCops.
On UPN.
We have a Discord. Get in there. Hang out. Tell us what you want us to talk about. Asterios, thanks for coming on the show. Again, you've made it to gumshoe status officially. This is your 3rd time on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let that sit for a moment. Appreciate it. Sleep on it. Everybody else, thanks for listening. Catch you soon. Episode 100 is coming up soon. Get ready for it.
Thank you, guys.
Please check out my Patreon.com/Asterios. You can access all my bits and all my stupid shows. I'll scream all my punchlines out so that you get the jokes. I need a new house for my ex-wife. That's why you must subscribe. Patreon, gotta go subscribe. I voted for Trump, but I'm still a libtard cuck. Patreon, oh, I'll eat your kids, cause I'm a digital cyber demon. Patreon, gotta go subscribe. My content's so sick. Wayne Brady can suck my dick. You'll cuck me and I'll cuck you. Patreon, gotta go subscribe. Gotta go subscribe.